What's up everybody, Trinity here, and welcome back to the Second Street Marvel for yet another comic book review. And today I'm going to be talking about Everything, issue number 1. But before I get into that, please make sure you're subscribed, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. So, Everything, issue number 1. This book is being published by Dark Horse Comics. The writer is Christopher Cantwell, the artist is I.N.J. Colbert, and the letterer is Steve Wand. So, this book takes place back in the 1980s, you know, a much better time, in a little town called Holland, Michigan. Now, we can see that this town, it's a small town, relatively quiet town, and there are a bunch of local businesses and everything, and you can see that today of all days, this little town is actually buzzing with excitement over the opening of a brand new big department store called Everything. And we can see that there, it looks like there's quite a gathering of people there as the city manager comes out to, to introduce and welcome this new store into the community. And we can see there that the store manager of the place, Shirley, is there to kind of welcome everybody as well. Now this book is a horror title, and I gotta tell you, on the opening pages we can see that pretty clearly as we get introduced to one of the characters in the story. Now exactly this character that we're introduced at the very beginning, it's not really said, this opening scene, whether it's something that's happened in the past or something that has happened, is going to happen later in the story. But I'm going to take it that this story actually happens in the past and has affected this character, just kind of by some of the setup that we see when we get introduced to her and get to know her just a little bit better. We also see that the local manager here of one of these other local businesses ends up being, somewhat affected in his store throughout the day. As we can see right here, something kind of unexplained happens to his store right there, and it kind of really goes largely unsaid exactly what's going on. Altogether, I've got to tell you guys, I really did like this book. The story was set up really well as the characters introduced, and we can see that not all is well in this little town. There's some sort of underlying problem going on. As aside from the fact that we do see a homeless man in there, there are some other things that go on in here that are quite weird, just kind of out of the ordinary. And I've got to tell you, I really did like this book, and you can kind of see here once again there's like an advertisement sitting there placed kind of about this store, and like I said, we see that just everything's a little bit weird, and I like the way that the art in this book serves the story. As we can see, it's not superly overly detailed, it's well colored, it's brightly lit. It kind of gives you that feeling that everything is well, but we see throughout the course of the story, not everything is quite as it seems in this small town. But what exactly is it that's going on in this small town that's going to turn this this seemingly small town into the horrific picture that I believe that we're going to be introduced to later in this in issue 2 and going beyond. Altogether, I gotta tell you, I really did like this book. I like the story, everything that was kind of going on here. And kind of, like I said, it gives me that eerie feeling that we're really being set up for something, there's going to be something in store here. The mystery kind of got to me. And like I said, the art was really good. It wasn't anything overly detailed or overly polished. The colors made it kind of pop off really well, kind of setting that eerie tone for exactly what's going on. Kind of like some of those old, TV shows we used to see where, things are just a little bit odd, in a seemingly, like I said, a seemingly small town where nothing would be out of place. So altogether, I really like this issue. I think it's something you guys should definitely check out. If you're into something that's more, some of these indie horror type of titles, I think you might want to check this one out. But let me know down in the comments below. Did you pick up Everything? Have you read it? If so, what did you think about it? That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Second Street Marvel today. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed and click that little bell so you get notifications anytime I have uploaded new content. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you don't, hell, give it a thumbs down. It's all good. I really don't care. But please interact in some sort of way. And while you're at it, make sure you share this video with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week. Happy reading, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.